about to say goodbye to Oz.
So you should be here in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. I'll just hang around here then for a bit. Yeah, that's all right. Thank you.
Of course. It's too cold outside.
Well, not for me, I'm British.
Oh, right, yes.
It's like summer for me, it's lovely.
Right.
Morning.
Morning, everybody. Who's who? Butler.
Me.
For just two, is there?
Yes, please.
Okay, and that would make you...
I'm Noel.
Just one, is there?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, they've marked you as two.
Ah, okay.
All right.
I thought I'd lost some weight. But...
Okay, so everybody's international, so I'll just put all your bags in. Everybody hop on.
Awesome. Cheers, mate. That's far too early, but we're off to Indonesia. Let's go and check in. Good morning, how are you?
I'm good. Now you've got a mask for the flight?
I do, yes. I've got a stash of them, yeah. Lovely, thank you.
You're welcome.
So quite confusing today, the airline I'm actually flying with. I actually booked it through Lion Air, the Indonesian airline. It was supposed to be operated by Malindo Air, but Malindo Air have now renamed themselves. They're now called Batik Air. So we're flying on Batik Air today. Let's go and get through security. Such an easy process here to get out of Brisbane International. Security's got those amazing machines that you don't have to take anything out of your bag, so just whipped it straight through in a couple of minutes, and then immigration, just stuck your passport on, go through the automated gate and you're straight through. Like 5 minutes from check-in to departures. Pretty decent. Let's go and get some coffee.
Channel 3.
I mean, it's 6 AM. All I want is a coffee. But everywhere's shut. There's nowhere open selling coffee at 6 AM. Oh, this is crazy. The lounges are all shut. The coffee shops don't open yet. Never mind. I may be very grumpy on this flight if I don't get my caffeine. After searching high and low for somewhere to get a cup of coffee, I finally found a pub which thankfully also sold coffee, and then I was ready to go. So the airline I'm flying on today then, Batik Air or Malindo Air or whatever they're called this week, they've not got the best reputation, I don't think. They're part of the Lion Air group, who are the Indonesian low-cost airline, and if you think you might have heard of them, it's probably from one of their many crashes over the last sort of 10-15 years. They don't have the best reputation, and a lot of Australians refuse to fly with them, and as well as part of that is part of their customer services and how terrible it is and their reliability factor. For me, well, I've had issues with them already. I was supposed to be connecting on to Jakarta with them today, but they've cancelled my flight, and they told me this morning that that flight's cancelled. So yeah, that's fun. So I've got to sort that out when I get over to Bali. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. See what they're like and if they are as bad as people say. I headed to the gate where this beautiful Boeing 737 MAX 8 was sat waiting for me. Alright, so there's my ride today over to Bali. It's a 5-year-old Boeing 737 MAX 8. So quite a new plane. Obviously they've not had them back for too long since all the issues with the MAX 8, but it's going to be fun to fly on one today because they're always a nice plane to ride on, I find. So yeah, it's going to be a good flight. I feel it's about 6 hours, I think, over to Denpasar from here in Brizzy. So yeah, it'll be a fun flight. thank you very much to this week's video sponsor, the Ridge wallet. This is the Forged Ember wallet. It's so cool. You get like half a dozen cards in here and they just sort of slot in and out just like that. RFID blocking as well, so no one's going to steal all your data. And the coolest thing is it's so slim, it just sort of slides into your pocket. You can take it anywhere. If I go flying and don't want to carry around my big bulky wallet, I can just take the Ridge with me. Absolutely fantastic. Also events with the kids and stuff. I went to the theme park the other day with Anna, took her to Alton Towers. Don't want to carry my massive wallet around with all my cards and stuff in it. No problem. Take the Ridge. Just slots into your pocket, no problem at all. Right now until December the 22nd, you can save up to 40% through my link at ridge.com/Noel. That's ridge.com/Noel. Pretty soon it was time to get on board for my mammoth 6-hour 737 flight to Indonesia.
No.
Morning.
Can I have your mug? Keep your
Thank you.
passport.
Cheers.
What a lovely man.
Thank you.
Like he's just done mine.
Ah, yeah.
Thank you.
We also remind all customers prior to boarding aircraft, please ensure you're wearing a mask.
Hello again.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you. All right, time to get on board. Hi, good morning. Thank you. All right then, welcome on board the Batik Air Boeing 737 MAX 8. And it's not too bad. It's a little bit basic. These seats reasonable at the minute, but I don't know. Ask me how I'm feeling in 6 hours' time. But the leg room's relatively decent, I have to say. There's not really much to say. We've got no in-flight entertainment or anything. There's a bit of leg room, and there's a safety card. And that's about it. So that'll keep me occupied for the 6 hours, I'm sure. Bring some entertainment if you come on Batik Air. Pretty soon the doors were closed and we started to push back for our flight out of Australia.
Behind and proceed to the exit nearest. All electronic devices are switched off. Thank you for your attention.
Our route today then took us west out of Brisbane to cross the length of Australia before coasting out over the Indian Ocean ready for our approach into Bali. Flight time today was 6 hours and 3 minutes, cruising at 36,000 feet. Alright then, airborne from Brisbane and saying goodbye to Australia for the last time on this trip. It's a bit of a shame because I've had an absolutely incredible time now, flying across the outback and everything. If you've not seen my other videos, by all means check them out. I've had an absolutely incredible time in Oz, but now it's time to move on move on to the next place. And we've got six and a half hours today on board the Malindo Batik Air 737 MAX 8. It should be fine. I'm looking forward to it. I get comments all the time, by the way, from people saying, "Oh, you only ever fly in business class. You never fly in economy like everybody else." And if you're one of those people, then for a start, I'm on a 6.5 hour flight today on an Indonesian low cost. but I'll pop a link on the screen because by far you're missing out, because like by far the majority of my videos I've done are in economy class or on low-cost airlines. So I'll pop a link up here to you so that you can check out some of my other economy and low-cost videos. So I do quite a lot of them, to be fair. Like, I take more than half of my flights are actually sitting in the back, so and that's fine. It's nice. It's nice to get to experience these different airlines, and it's the only way you can experience some airlines as well is if you sit down here from time to time and enjoy the ride. So yeah, about 6 hours, I think, 6.5 over to Denpasar in Indonesia. So when I booked this flight, I remember ordering a hot meal. You can actually buy your hot meal when you book the flight, and I have got no idea. I can't remember what I ordered, so this is going to be a mystery. Nice surprise. Let's see what we've got. I think it's chicken. It looks a bit like chicken and rice, doesn't it? Let's get it to go. It's definitely chicken. It's spicy as well, considering it's breakfast. It's currently 8 AM, but it's quite nice actually. Can do. Low cost airline fare anyway, it's pretty decent. It beats a chewy sandwich on Ryanair anyway. Now then, time to address the elephant in the room, and that is the aircraft that we're flying on today. Of course, this is a 737 MAX 8 that had all of the issues like a few years ago. People ask me all the time, they say, "Noel, do you feel safe on the MAX 8? Is it a safe plane to fly on?" And I would say absolutely it is. For a start, it's an absolutely amazing plane to ride on. It's so comfortable, so quiet and smooth. Even in low-cost config, it's quite nice. But the thing you've got to remember is that there is the fate of an entire aircraft manufacturer resting on nothing happening to these planes. If anything happened to another MAX 8 and it was down to a Boeing issue, Boeing as a company would be finished. Like, there is no doubt about that at all. So yes, absolutely, they have done everything they can to make this probably the safest plane in the skies today, and I feel 100% safe on one of these, knowing that they've fixed everything that was supposedly wrong with it before. And it's just such a lovely plane to fly on as well. I absolutely love a MAX. Brilliant aircraft. So yeah, absolutely, I feel safe on a MAX 8. I'd fly on them all the time. And the other thing to remember is there is hundreds of these now out there flying every single day, like thousands of miles every single day, carrying thousands of passengers every single day, and nothing happens. They're completely safe. So yeah, we never say never, but as far as I'm concerned, it's a pretty decent plane to ride on. We continued on across Australia, flying over the very same landscape I'd flown into a few days earlier on my milk run flight. The scale of Australia is absolutely incredible. The section of the flight across the ocean from Australia to Indonesia was shorter than the part where we just crossed Queensland.
It's time for the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
Alright, time for the Batik Air Lou Review on the MAX 8. Very nice. How quiet is it in here? You barely even need the external mic. So quiet. Sorry for the lines on the screen. It's aircraft voltage is all weird again. Yeah, nice mood lighting in here. Little sink. It's a bit tight, it's a bit cramped, but very smart. Pretty clean. Yeah, pretty decent, I have to say. Flight going quite nice so far with Batik Air. Nowhere near as uncomfortable as I'd imagine. That seat is so nice for an economy class seat on effectively a low-cost airline. Just incredible, really, really nice. The crew are nice and friendly as well, all by onboard service. So I've just bought a couple of bottles of water, resulting in me needing to do the lube review. So yeah, but, you didn't need to know that. But anyway, I'm going to finish using the facilities and head back to my seat. So yeah.
That was the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
Four and a half hours into our 6-hour flight, and with just an hour and a half left until we landed in Bali, we finally coasted out over the Indian Ocean just to the north of Broome. Right, so 4.5 hours after taking off from Brisbane, we've just coasted out on the other side of Australia, over Western Australia. Next stop in about an hour and a half's time is Denpasar, Bali in Indonesia. One thing I do have to say though about Batik Air or Melinda Air or whatever we're calling them now, I came into this flight having really, really low expectations about them, thinking that they would be absolutely terrible based on everything I've read online about them. But they've completely changed my perception of them. They are really, really good. I mean, the seat is so comfortable. Even now, I mean, we're sort of 5 hours in now to a 6-hour flight. Still pretty comfortable. I've been stretched out here, even though I've got people on the side of me. I've been stretched out here. I've got plenty of leg room for me at 6'4". It's been really, really comfy. The crew have been lovely. The food I had was alright. It's a buy on board service, obviously, but if you want anything, you just ding the bell and they come round and bring it for you. It's just as easy as that. It really is a good experience, and yeah, absolutely surprised. I'm just a little bit frustrated about the whole issue with my flight going out of Jakarta being cancelled with Lion Air, but I will see what I can find when I'm on the ground in Bali rather, over to Jakarta, and see if we can get a flight out there today, hopefully. I hope so, because I've got a flight out of Jakarta tomorrow morning, so really do need to be in Jakarta tonight, but we'll see when we get down there what happens. But all in all, very, very impressed with Batik Air. Alright, let's started our descent down into Denpasar, Bali. We are 17 minutes left to run. So one thing you can't complain about with Batik Air is the price. This cost me just $160 or under 140 quid for a 6-hour flight. For that price, I'd pretty much ride in the cargo hold.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's been fine. Thank you.
I survived. As always, a massive thank you to my patrons for helping to make these videos possible. You can join them at the link on the screen now for access to my WhatsApp group, live Zoom calls with me, and much, much more. Alright then, welcome to Bali, Indonesia. What a flight that was with Batik Air over from, where did we come from? Brisbane, Australia, albeit it's like 2 hours after we arrived now. I mean, I thought that other countries had it bad with bureaucracy, but clearly never been to Indonesia before. It was insane. You have to queue up for about half an hour to get your COVID vaccine checked. Then it's another half an hour queue also to get your visa on arrival and pay for it and pay your little fee to come into the country. And then there's another 40-50 minute queue to queue up to actually get that visa checked, and then there's another queue for about another 20 minutes after that to go through customs. So yeah, just queuing seems to be the Indonesian pastime, but never mind. I'm going to head across because I've got to figure out what flight I'm going to get from here, because obviously Lion Air cancelled my connecting flight onwards less than 12 hours ago. I've got to figure out how I'm going to get over to Jakarta now, so you'll find out in the next one. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.